We all know the incredible barrage that Israel is facing now. Rockets raining down indiscriminately. There was a video that was being widely shared this morning and last night of a number of children waiting at a bus stop in Beit Shemesh, and the camera's right on them. For some reason, the siren goes off, and of course we know when the siren goes off for bombs or rockets, they have 90 seconds to find shelter. And you just see the siren goes, you see everyone kind of looking at each other as if it's a prank or not real. You can only guess the emotions, and they run almost in circles. There's nowhere really for them to go. They're at a bus stop. The nearest bomb shelter in the building is for sure more than 3-4 minutes away. And they just all crowd under the shelter, huddle each other. And you could see some children are shaking as in they're crying. Very frightening. No one should have to live like that. But in these moments of darkness and despair and confusion, always in these situations emerge these incredible stories of light from our homeland. One of our very, very close friends that lives in Beit Shemesh sent us a message. The siren went off right when all the children were coming home, either on buses or vans from school. They end school quite earlier on Fridays in Israel to prepare for Shabbat. And this is when they chose to send rockets, strategically, of course. And our friend told us that she was driving home with her husband, not with any of her kids. And can you imagine that as a parent hearing the siren, knowing all your children are coming from various schools on different modes of transportation, how scary that must be. And she told us that her children told her, thank God everyone was safe, but they told her that as they were walking on the street, the sirens went off, and all the doors to all the homes in the neighborhood, mothers opened their doors, looked for children walking, because they knew that children were walking home or getting rides home, but they were not near their own home and were probably scared. And she said all doors opened in their neighborhoods and she has 5 or 6 children that were walking home, and said all the children said that all the doors opened, and all the mothers said, come inside quickly. And in doing so, you have to remember they are losing precious seconds of their own time, because they have 90 seconds to get down into their own ma'amad, the bomb shelters in their own buildings, their own apartment buildings, not even necessarily in their own apartments, but in their buildings. But by taking the few extra seconds to open their front doors and usher children, strangers inside, they're also perhaps risking their own lives. And the phrase that always really rings in my mind, and the phrase is uttered constantly, but especially in these situations, is 3 words, paraphrased from our prayers. Mi k'amcha Yisrael. Who is like you, Jewish people? We care so much for life. We're obsessed with living. We're obsessed with living a healthy, beautiful, meaningful, purposeful life. Yes, we'll even risk our lives for children of strangers, because we know how important every single life is. Every life has incalculable value. Another lesson perhaps learned from some confusing, dark times. We hope and pray for peace in our homeland. The rockets should end soon, and the Jews of our brothers and sisters in Israel should enter into the Holy Shabbat with safety and security. Shabbat Shalom.